This episode of The Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Squarespace. Coming up on today's TRS, we take a look at video games' future in 2011.
This is the last episode of the Totally Rad Show for 2010, and we are looking forward to 2011. This year goes to 11.
Had to put it in.
TM. It is, hopefully you saw yesterday's episode where we did our not patented, we stole it from people, but our homage to another podcast we like, where they do the trailer hicks, where they take a trailer and they describe it in one witty little phrase. We did that with the top, 10 of movies that...
Keep going, it's good.
10
It's all
movies that
going.
are coming out in 2011.
10 of...
And now 10 video
And
games,
that's
right?
Video games. Last week we talked about a bunch of the big releases. We didn't include Uncharted 3, but we talked about most of the releases that were announced at the recent VGAs. So we're not talking about any of those. We're going to talk about 10. These are just notable releases of 2011, and we're going to trailer Hicksify them.
All right, let's do it.
I said eloquently. This year goes to 11. All right. The first movie. It just gets worse. The first game we're going to talk about, Gears of War 3, recently got pushed back to fall from the spring. I put Gears of War 3, I'll be just another cog in the wheel when 3 goes to 4, which means, to decipher that, would be, in Gears of War 3, it's 4-player co-op for the first time.
Well, I'm a little bit like you, where I did Gears of War 3, everyone likes a 4-way.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Well, dude, the fact that it's got 4-player
Well,
co-op,
that could be a few too
I'm
many.
so excited. Well,
Where do you put your hands?
I'll show you some video afterwards. Have you heard of the internet?
Daniel?
Gears of War 3. Never got excited about the guilty or metal ones, but a new one of War has me thrilled. Gears, Metal Gear, and Guilty Gear.
It's all good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
You see, because there's other games.
The next game we're talking about is, of course, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. What do you need to say? Legend of Zelda on the Wii. I wrote, I'll click with this link.
Nice.
Amazing. I wrote Legend of Zelda, it's never time to waggle my Wii. I don't want to do any of that anymore.
Alex,
I'm boycotting.
You're taking your Wii and going home.
Legend of
No, I'm leaving it and leaving.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. If only Skyward was not where I had to keep my hands the entire
Hey! Daniel Trachtenberg.
On the same page.
Pending. All right, here we go.
Star Wars The Old Republic, of course, is a big MMO we anticipate being released. It actually has a release date in June.
Yep.
So hopefully they hit that. I wrote, it won't wow me, so I may have to force it.
Oh, interesting. I wrote Star Wars The Old Republic. Could be big, could be a big piece of poop. Either one of those two things.
I like the pun.
Yeah, I know, they didn't play with any idea,
fun, though.
but it was hilarious.
It was awesome.
All right, Star Wars Old Republic. This is going to be very controversial. Not,
I was gonna say, yeah.
Star Wars Old Republic, not sure what I've had too much of, MMOs or Star Wars.
Ooh.
I don't even know you anymore, Dan.
I feel like...
I'm gonna go get that good
As you
bit
go
for
back
myself.
and play WoW.
Right, so I don't need
and watch
another
Star
one.
Wars.
That's why I don't need another one.
Where's my Star Wars DVD? I gotta play WoW.
All right. The next game we're going to be talking about, Homefront. THQ's thing about Korea actually attacking game.
Yeah.
First-person shooter about attacking Korea. It's
On
an
our
alternate-
home, on our
home front.
Yeah.
The front of our homes. I wrote Homefront. So cinematic, I'll love the script as long as it isn't too scripted. More Half-Life, less COD.
Oh, interesting. COD Black
Interesting.
Ops.
Okay. I wrote.
You did? You wrote that?
Yeah, it was a gobbledygook, I said. Homefront. This time it's personal. I think this movie is going
Did
to
you
live
write
or
the
die.
tagline? Did
Live
you
or
say-
die by, or this game's going to live or die by the story. If the story really,
I just don't want too
It
many
looks-
scripted sequences. I want it to feel like how.
I don't think there will be. I think you're
there
going to
will.
get what it doesn't.
hope.
Really, I get the opposite impression.
Okay.
But
right,
anyway,
we'll see.
Home front. I will be at the front of lines to play these front lines. It is my most anticipated game of.
oh yeah, you were
I really
Lindsay.
am excited for it.
Next, we're going to be talking about Deus Ex. What is it? The Human
Revolution.
The Human Revolution.
Important that you say that.
I didn't. I don't
some
need
of-
it for
some
mine.
of ours.
I wrote Deus Ex. I'll install it on my Machina. Deus Ex.
Ex Machina.
It means machine.
Ah!
Yep.
That's.
I think it's
That
gonna be
was
great.
good. I
I
like
think
that.
it's gonna be great.
I may get a new Xbox to play Deus Ex because mine just broke last night. But I'm really excited.
Daniel.
About this.
Deus Ex Human Revolution. If it's half as good as Aerosmith's X Revolution, I'm in.
The old
Because-
sin of arcade.
Yeah,
game
they had a
shooter.
game called Revolution X.
Amazing. Amazing.
That's a little bit of a stretch, but I'll give you the points.
All right.
Bulletstorm, of course, is the crazy, over-the-top. They call it a shooter. What do they call it? A shooter like playground where you get points for creativity. Bulletstorm. This storm will bring a lot of thunder, but will ultimately pass overhead. I think this is going to
Oh.
be one of those games that's going to make a lot of hay when it comes out. It's going to be really fun, but it's going to be ultimately forgettable by the end of the year.
Interesting. I wrote Bulletstorm, what Duke Nukem Forever could have been.
Interesting.
Yeah, you see where I'm
I
going?
think I know where our next one is.
Duke Forever.
Duke Nukem Forever.
Bulletstorm.
So amazing.
Bulletstorm. You know what happens to a bullet when it's touched by lightning? Same thing that happens to everything else.
Amazing.
That might be
Because
my favorite one.
Storm in X-Men says.
You don't
Yeah.
have to say it. It gets
Okay.
worse if you explain it.
Okay.
You remember?
But you think it will
when
be-
Halle
you think it
Berry
will-
was-
I'm excited, actually.
I think it's gonna
I'm
be
excited.
awesome, but
I'm
it's gonna be
really
one of those like, oh, you remember that game? Oh yeah, it was fun, but
Yeah.
not doesn't staying
Good.
power.
It's good.
Yeah.
Rage, of course, is id Software's big post-apocalyptic future game with the new technology. I put Rage, just like my own Rage, intense to look at, but ultimately shallow.
Interesting. I wrote,
These, by the way, are predictions. We haven't.
Yeah,
Like, these aren't
yeah, yeah.
opinions.
no.
Yeah,
We should
Do
do-
we not? We're not clear about that.
We were, but I would
All the mumblings that happened at the beginning.
I suddenly had this feeling.
I want all these games to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just that's the my,
hate people.
Important that we reiterate that
Yeah.
for some people.
Rage. Is it just more Borderlands? May not be a bad thing. I
the
just added that
Totally
little
Rad
part.
Show Game of the Year for 2009.
Just added that little part.
Rage.
A little bit.
Take a chill pill. Not into it.
You're not into it.
Not feeling it.
Do it.
At
I
all.
like it.
No.
Boy.
That's
your
I don't really
opinion.
need to be in a. I don't
Yeah.
really need to be in a post-apocalyptic world again.
Portal 2 does not need any introduction. Of course, it adds co-op to the Portal formula. Just had a new trailer, which is very Pixar-esque. I put Portal 2, can't wait to open this valve of creativity. I think this might be the most
Made by
creative,
Valve.
joyous game experience of the year.
Dude, I'm excited. Portal 2, maybe the cake wasn't a lie, because this shit is on.
Nice.
Nice.
The cake wasn't a lie.
Portal 2. Portal 2 now with co-op. It's no lie. We can finally have our cakes and eat it too.
Oh!
Both went for a cake reference.
It's part of cake.
All right, the game that Alex has already referenced, Duke Nukem Forever, we think is coming out finally after many, many years of development that they say it'll come out this year. Duke Nukem needs to stay in development.
Amazing. Duke Nukem Forever, wishing it was Bulletstorm. That's how I
because
tied
of
him
that,
back
yeah.
in.
I'm
Same
like,
day.
I'm dizzy from thinking about your opinion of those two things.
It's cyclical.
Duke Nukem Forever. I'm gonna get some.
You are. You think it's
You like
fun.
it?
I'm into it. Yeah.
You want to urinate in games and stuff.
Yeah.
I like
on
that,
it.
actually. It's not bad.
And finally, Diablo 3. Blizzard's, we think it's going to come out at the end. Of course, never know with Blizzard, but we think it's going to come out in fall, about a year from now. And of course, Diablo, you know what Diablo is, dungeon crawler. I wrote Diablo 3, it's finger clicking good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I wrote Diablo 3. I only make money to give it to Blizzard. That is all.
That's funny.
It's true.
I literally,
It's the
all the
only
money I
game-
make, I'm like, I'll just give it to Blizzard.
The only game that can take down WoW is their own game.
I know. And I'll still be playing WoW while I'm playing Diablo 3.
Diablo 3. The Diablo is in the details. And with the years they've taken to make this game, and the fun we've had playing multiplayer, I'll sell my soul to El Diablo to play it.
Did you improv that last bit?
So much.
Did you improv that last bit?
The
It's good.
Diablo is in the details. So again, those are...
It goes like this. Because
Well done. So those are our predictions.
2011 is
for
going to be
2011.
awesome.
Of course, not even scratching the surface of all the great games that are going to come out, so stay tuned to this very show. We're going to cover as much of it as we can. See you on the flip side in the year that goes to 11.
3 times. So remember, guys, stick around. We're going to show you our amazing predictions of what the video game landscape in 2010 was going to look like way back in 2009. Actually, I think it was the beginning of 2010.
That's impossible.
Anyway, we do want to thank our sponsors, Squarespace.com. If you guys haven't heard us talk about it, it is the best place to host your website, blog, portfolio, whatever. The best WYSIWYG editor we've ever seen.
For JeffCanada.com.
All of our sites are one cool thing a day. They're all there on Squarespace. But not only that, Squarespace has just pushed out a brand new social widget for your geolocation services. So you can talk about all your stuff from Foursquare, Gowalla, Facebook Places, the new live Google Map thing. And Squarespace is the only publishing platform with a native built-in solution for displaying all of your check-in data. Amazing. Plus, we've talked about it in the past. The Squarespace iPhone app is unbelievable.
Very useful.
Allows you to publish to your blog on the go, do comment moderation, you can get push notification to approve comments, mark existing comments as spam, do all the crazy stuff like that. And also, as we said, many of the highest internet trafficked sites are Squarespace sites. Like JeffCanada.com, one of the highest, if not the highest, traffic site in the world. So head over to Squarespace.com, and when you upgrade to a premium account, be sure to use the coupon code TRS when you check out, because you will get 10% off the lifetime of your order. Well, that was 2010.
Wow.
And what we believe may be 2011, people. Good
Can't
year.
wait for next year.
Good year.
It goes to 11.
All week. We'll see ya.
Free roaming environment with a crazy parachute and a hook. This time, I wrote Just Cause 2. Why do I want to play it so bad? Just cause.
Nice.
Just Cause 2. Just cause the first one sucked doesn't mean this will. This is my #1 most anticipated game of the following year.
Just Cause 2, parasailing with guns. Somebody finally got my letters.
That's good. I am shocked how unexcited I am. I hope it reminds me why I love the first one so much.
I like that. Very good. BioShock 2. Would you kindly remind me how the first one ended?
Nice.
I don't remember. Like,
You
Yeah,
escape.
BioShock 2, shocking the excitement here. But I mean, I want to play more of BioShock, so it makes my name.
God of War 3 looks gorgeous, plays better. I'm in.
God of War 3. One god too many. I'm a little bit over it.
Really?
Interesting.
I'm not. I mean, I might end
Yeah.
up loving it. I've loved all the others, but I'm just not looking forward.
Yeah, God of War 3, good things come in threes. God of War 3 on the PS3, I'm in.
If it is good or bad, it certainly won't be ugly.
Ah, good, Danny.
Red Dead Redemption, Western video game salvation. This is my #2 next to Just Cause 2, most anticipated game. Amazing looking. The trailers are. It looks like it'll be the best Western movie we get.
Yeah. I wrote Red Dead Redemption, yippee-ki-yay, mother effers. This could be the best Western game ever. Lord, I hope so. There's a possibility that we might even see Star Wars The Old Republic. I mean, there's game testing, I would love that.
The court jester is prepared to make you laugh.
Sponsor me, baby.
Prequel.
Awesome. Oh, it's hammer time. Ah!